What is going on, guys? This is Miasin, and like I said, the updated Xiangjian deck profile. This deck is the bomb, man. It's the best deck in the OCG, and it will be the best deck in the TCG if we kind of get like a nuke. Otherwise, it's still going to be like Drytron, Tremorgate, blah blah blah. Don't worry though, I'm pretty sure Konami's just gonna be like, you know what, screw it, man. People are complaining too much. This format's ass. Let's just ban the old decks and yeah, make some more money off of the new products. But yeah, before we start into this video though, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Would seriously motivate me a lot to keep making videos like these. I'm begging you, Bernard, please. But yeah, now let's jump into the deck profile. Jesus, that was actually such a embarrassing plug. Alright, so we're playing literally every single freaking Xiangjian card. Well, Xiangjian monster as a 3 of, except the level 6 that sucks, because he's not good. And in case you were wondering why he's not good, he doesn't summon a token, so why would I play it? I had 3 level 6 that actually summons a token, 3 Tai A, which is like banish one Xiangjian card or winner monster from a grave, summon a token, Muyi is reveal from the hand, summon a token, and then Ecclesia is like Lone Fire Blossom, but it's not a Xiangjian, it's not a worm, so it kinda blows, but it's not the end of the world. It also has like a Pancratops-esque effect, the first effect, not the one to tribute to pop, but rather an effect to special summon itself when the opponent controls more monsters than you do. It actually said a Pancratops-esque effect and not a Cyber Dragon-esque effect, because even if you control monsters, you can still summon Ecclesia, whereas if you control monsters, even if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can't special summon Cyber Dragon, you just cannot. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the monster lineup, 12. Now for the handshop lineup, Ash could be a 3 of, but it really doesn't change jack to my life, literally just, I think Ash at 2 or 3, it's fine. This card does break since it's once per turn, and the impact isn't like gigantic either. Like, I'd rather draw like 2 Veilers than draw 2 Ash, obviously. But yeah, 3 Veiler, 3 Imperm, great cards against Flunderies as well, 3 Gamma. Literally all of the handshops that I'm playing are usable against Flunderies to shut down their plays if they don't have the field spell or a City of Dreams, so they can keep playing on your turn. So yeah, if they don't have any of these extenders, you're pretty much good to go. And Forbidden Chalice is actually a nasty card against Flunderies. You can draw it for turn or draw it if Desires, and then you're going to be able to negate whatever, like their Eaglin or Robina, when they're trying to summon the Impen or bury statue, so they lock you up and then use the effective City of Dreams and screw you over. Nah, we're not into that bullshit. So yeah, Forbidden Chalice is absolutely amazing here. And then we're playing, of course, yeah, I mean, all the spell cards that are extenders. So Instant Fusion and Gold Sark, both of them do like the same thing in a way. Instant Fusion being a bit better because it gives you the option of Millenniumize Restrict or the Magic Key. And this actually does come up with the graveyard effect of Ecclesia, because the turn a fusion monster is sent to the grave, during the end phase you can recycle back the Ecclesia from your grave to your hand. So it's actually really, really nice. And both of, I mean, the Gold Sark would banish the Sudden Shift, which summons you a level 4 tuner token. So that's why I said, like, they're kind of similar. Gold Sark, sometimes the game does last long enough so you can actually get the ability to grab that Sudden Shift. So you use it as a way to generate a token, and then you actually get it, so you have like an Icarus attack on your opponent's turn, which is nice. And then obviously Upstart Goblin with triple Desires, Call by the Grave so you don't get cucked by handshops. Triple of the Dragon Sword appears, which is the starter. Well, starter, it's a searcher, it's also a starter, it's a 1-card combo. Well, 1-card combo, it's a 1-card level 8 synchro, but still. And then we're playing, of course, the Grand Spiritual Peak, 3 Forbidden Chalice, 3 Imperm, and yeah, 2 Sudden Shift. Some people are playing 3, and by some, I mean the majority of humans on Earth, so if you want to play 3, go for it. It doesn't really change too much, but yeah. And for the Spiritual Peak, this is the Monster Reborn. You could be playing more than one if you want to. I don't know, honestly, it really is up to you, but I'm just not sold yet. Now for the fusion monsters, there's, like I said, the 2 that kind of, well, 2 that indirectly help you through handshops. Well, 1 that indirectly helps you, and then 1 that literally just exists to beat handshops, Millenniumize Restrict, and then obviously a bunch of synchro monsters because that's what this deck does the most. So Final Sigma, unaffected by card effects while it's in the extra monster zone, 3000 attack, pretty nice. Then Blood Rose Dragon, Xiangjian, this is what, Xiangjian Grand Duke, Jesus. Yeah, the card's really good, okay? It's a level 10, just like Baroness and Blood Rose. Blood Rose, by the way, it has a really nasty effect, 2 nasty effects. If it's Synchro Summon, you can banish all cards from both graveyards, and it has another effect that is literally identical to Stardust Dragon. And then Baroness de Fleur, you should already know what it does. You can destroy a card on the field once per turn, not a quick effect, but the quick effect-ish is that you can negate a card or effect, but it can only be used once while it's on the field. I think this is like the healthiest way to implement negates on cards, instead of saying like, yeah, once per turn during their player's turn negate, just like once while face up on the field. So if you use the negate once, at least you don't have to worry about it again on the next turn. So Baroness de Fleur is actually a really cool and interesting, well-designed card, I want to say. Very powerful, but it's a level 10 synchro, so it makes sense. Because before that, I feel like all the level 10 synchros were garbage. And then obviously Dragite, because it's easy to get water monsters than Grave, Moye basically just does that. And then Omega, double copies of Xiangjian. This is a starter and an interruption, negates monster effects on the field, and it searches you for a Xiangjian card. And then double Baxia, Yazi, Tornado Dragon, Dweller. You could also play Bahamut Shark and Toad, but it actually doesn't really make too much sense. Dweller being kind of cute, since sometimes you have that water attribute underneath, so you can make all your monsters gain like 500, but yeah. Idea section honestly has like nothing. Like Majesty's Fiend is cute against freaking Flunderies, but how are you tribute to summoning it? It's actually really hard. Your normal summon is like really key. I guess it's like still decent going second, but nah, I just definitely wouldn't be playing Majesty's Fiend. It's definitely here like to remind me for like other decks. Yeah, so if I want to make like more side decks for other decks for the next format, Majesty's Fiend would be there because this card is terrifying. It destroys Xiangjian completely. It's not even close. And it is also an insta-win against Flunderies. Like, all their monsters become actual vanillas. They do nothing, like literally nothing. And yeah, Drool and Logbird, whatever, Formula Synchron, Appaloosa, Needle Fiber, cards that literally just don't come up since we're not playing the tiny cards. Duster, another Grand Spiritual Peak. Like I said, 3 would be a bit too much now. It would be a bit more clunky, but 2 is like borderline. 1 is like sometimes you kind of miss playing more because you banish it with Desires. That's like the one issue, but you're never really resolving this like multiple times in one game. Not that I can think of, but yeah. And then yeah, Cosmic Cyclone, Dragon Cycle of Celestial Illusions. Yeah, I mean, unless you're playing tiny cards, it also kind of does nothing. And White Howling is a really cool one. This card is probably how you're going to be beating Jesus, Brandish, well, Sky Striker, literally just any deck that plays spell cards, which means like everyone and their mother, because you can make like, I don't know, Dragite, or just, even if you end your turn on Moye, it's still decent. Like, you get Handshot to death, you set White Howling, and you win the game. So it's like, alright, I don't care. Happy Land freaking City. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this beautiful Xiangjian deck profile. I really hope you guys were able to enjoy and learn a thing or two, preferably 3 though, if you understand what I'm trying to say. And if you did, make sure you leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe. Like I said, and like I keep saying, every single intro and outro, it kind of gets almost repetitive, but it's I kind of have to. It's my job, right? It motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these, and I will see you next time. Peace.